still remember my first awful experiences of chairing big meetings. I was a bit of a disaster, mainly because I'd get so interested in what everyone had to say that within the first 20 minutes we'd be completely off track. How did other people seem to steer the discussion so effortlessly, reaching decisions on even the most contentious topics? Having spent a bit of time and effort over the years working to get better at this, I thought I'd share a few things that have helped me along the way. First, if you're the chair, remember that you have the right to change the agenda before it even goes out. In most cases, I find that draft agendas are pretty unrealistic on what can be achieved and in how much time. So my first question is always, what's the most important thing we have to do today? And so what can we cut? Second, set an expectation that papers are circulated early and read in advance, and make sure that anyone presenting doesn't waste time telling people what they should already know. Interrupt and call this out. It may be uncomfortable at first, especially for those who haven't read the papers, but the group will thank you for it eventually. Third, practice summing up. Channel all your listening superpowers into the role. Repeat back key points, help people feel seen and heard by using their words, and paraphrase to check your understanding. Try not to panic if the discussion doesn't seem to be reaching a clear conclusion or consensus. Part of your role is to name that and suggest a next step, even if it's not what you'd hoped for. Don't be afraid to state the obvious and share the burden. I can see we're not getting to agreement here, and we do need to make a decision today. What do we want to do about that? And finally, try writing the minutes before you start. I find that this really helps you and your team get clarity on what a good outcome would look like, and also to get real about what's actually possible. Please do share in the comments any tips you have for chairing meetings, and subscribe to my newsletter if you want to think more about how you develop as a leader. I'm Menashe-Jones, and I help leaders make a difference.